Hello? If you've ever spent time in Vietnam, or even just spoken to a Vietnamese friend on the phone, you've definitely heard this. It's how pretty much every phone call starts. But have you ever stopped to think, wait a minute, where does that simple little word actually come from? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
So you'll often hear it just like this. Alo, idea, which basically just means, hello, who is it? But it's so much more than a simple greeting. One source I read described it as a distinct audio track in the film that is Vietnam. And I love that because it's true. It's this instantly recognizable sound that's completely woven into the culture.
So let's get right to it. Where did this word come from? It's not just some random sound people started making. Nope, it has a very real history, a story that connects the Vietnam of today all the way back to a totally different era. And honestly, the answer is pretty fascinating.
All right, here's the big reveal. The main clue is hiding in Vietnam's colonial past. For nearly a century, the country was part of what was called French Indochina. And that period, well, it left a huge mark on everything. You can see it in the architecture, you can taste it in the food, and, as it turns out, you can hear it in the language.
And boom, here it is. This slide just lays it out so clearly. On the left, you've got the Vietnamese, allo, and on the right, the French, allo. Just say them out loud. They're practically the same word, and that is absolutely not a coincidence. It's like a little linguistic echo from the past.
And here's the key thing. The French didn't just bring the word over, they brought the reason for the word. Allo arrived right alongside the very first telephones, the technology that made the word necessary in the first place. It's a genuine linguistic artifact from that time.
Okay, so to really understand how this one word became so common, we've got to look at how the technology itself spread. The French didn't just rule, they built a ton of infrastructure, including a massive, brand new telecommunications network.
Just look at this timeline. It's kind of amazing how quickly all of this happened. You've got the iconic Saigon Central Post Office, which is still there today, it's beautiful, being built in the late 1880s to be the main hub. Then, bam, just a few years later in 1894, the phone system is officially up and running. Fast forward just a few more decades and you're looking at maps showing this huge, deeply connected network.
And to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, get this, 2,000. That's 2,000 kilometers of domestic telegraph line laid during this time. I mean, this was not some small side project, it was a complete technological overhaul, connecting Vietnam, Cambodia, and the rest of the world in a way that had never been possible before. But here's where the story takes a really cool twist. Allo wasn't originally a casual hello. You have to remember, these phone lines were brand new, probably super crackly and unreliable. So allo was actually more of a technical question. It was a way of asking, is this thing working? Can you actually hear me? Are you there? It started out as a functional tool way before it became a social greeting. Okay, but this next part is what makes the story so compelling. The word wasn't just borrowed. It was completely adopted, adapted, and woven right into the fabric of the Vietnamese language. It was, for lack of a better term, Vietnamized. And this table shows you exactly what I mean. It's not just one size fits all anymore. A simple LO is the standard way to answer. But if you add the little particle ah at the end, making it LOA, it suddenly becomes a sign of respect for an elder or a stranger. Or you can drop the questioning tone altogether, and a flat LO just means, yep, I hear you, go ahead. It's developed all this nuance. And this is how allo, completely detached from its origins as a technical check on a French telephone line, today it's a fundamental part of daily conversation. You see it in text messages, you hear it in pop culture, and it carries this warmth and familiarity that is uniquely Vietnamese.
So when you put all the pieces together, you see the incredible journey of this small but mighty word. It's a perfect case study in how language isn't just some static thing in a dictionary. It lives, it breathes, and it evolves right along with history.
I mean, just think about it. It started as a French import tied to a new piece of tech. It served a purely practical purpose. And then it was embraced by the Vietnamese people, who completely transformed it into something with deep social meaning. And today, it's a total cultural identifier.
And really, that's the whole story. 3 single letters, A-L-O. But inside them, you've got over a century of history, technology, and cultural exchange. It's such a powerful reminder that history isn't just in books, it's literally in the words we speak every single day.
Which kind of leaves us with one last thought. Allo has this incredible story, but it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
What other words in our own languages have these kinds of hidden histories just waiting to be discovered? What amazing stories are we all telling without even realizing it?